Hi guys. So basically, based on the title, I assume you know what I'm gonna be talking about. It's kind of a long, sudden story, so that's why I've decided to just record myself talking about it instead of writing it or whatever. Basically, what happened is that last Tuesday I went to the hospital to talk about my upcoming surgery. And for those of you who don't know or don't remember, I have suffered from gallstone attacks since the beginning of 2016. Now, I wasn't actually planning on having my gallbladder removed because, first of all, it kind of freaks me out a little bit, and second of all, I figured out a way to remove the gallbladder attacks. And then I figured, well, it's not hurting anymore, so why would I remove my gallbladder? But at the beginning of 2017, in middle January, I believe, I had a pancreas infection due to the gallstones in my gallbladder. And then I was sent to the hospital. And I posted a video about that explaining why I looked like hell and felt like hell and everything just was hell. And I'm making a follow-up video because there's been some updates, shall we call it, on the whole situation, and I just needed to talk about it for a minute. Also, again, it's easier for you guys to know what is going on with me when with me just posting a video. So basically, last Tuesday I went to this pre-operational checkup, I suppose. And basically, I was told some things that I was not aware of beforehand because basically, me getting a pancreas infection due to the gallbladder issues is actually dangerous. And I was not informed of that. So, and by dangerous, we're actually talking fatal. Worst case scenario, 1% chance, I don't know. I could actually die if I had another pancreas infection. The doctor mentioned the word death, and kind of casually too. So I'm assuming it's not something very likely or anything, since she said it as casually as she possibly could. I had my mom with me for the checkup because, like she herself always says, I'm really, really bad at asking questions and making sure I understand everything. So, and also like 4 years is better than two. And basically, my reaction to the news that another pancreas infection could actually kill me, my reaction to that was shock, and I just didn't say anything at first. And I think I was actually giggling at some point because I didn't know what else to do. And my mom's reaction was the proper reaction, the typical mom reaction. She was pissed, as she should be, because here's the thing: we are now in the beginning of April. The beginning of April. I'm looking at the date to make sure. We are in the beginning of April. My pancreas infection, that first pancreas infection and only pancreas infection I've had, was in the middle of January. And this doctor mentions that usually when you've had a pancreas infection, it means that you are in actual danger and that you need your gallbladder removed as soon as possible. And then she mentioned usually within a month of the pancreas infection. Usually they would operate within a month after you've had your pancreas infection. Can we do a little bit of math here and just say that this is not within the month? Middle January, we're in the beginning of April. That's not 1 month. That's 2.5 months later. I am even told that this was the way it was supposed to be. I was supposed to have been operated within a month after my pancreas infection. And I've actually been in danger ever since. Luckily, nothing's happened. But oh my god, what if something had happened? And like my mom was pissed, and I was pissed, and my mom, she said to the doctor, wait, hold on, the pancreas infection was 2.5 months ago. How can we not have known this before we came here? And the doctor was just like, I don't know. I don't know. She had to admit she didn't know. And fair enough, rather that she admits that she doesn't know than claiming that, or like giving up a lie or whatever. But like my mom was pissed, as she should be, and I was just shocked because I did not think it could be potentially dangerous. I thought it was just painful, which also sucks, but rather just pain than, potential danger. So basically, the doctor was about to send us home after we had talked about when we would prefer for the surgery to be, because the big issue here about me having an operation is because I have a very hectic schedule at the moment, and I'm not just talking about editing or whatever. I'm talking about school. School is hectic. I am taking 5 subjects within 5 months, and 4 of them are subjects I'm really, really bad at, and I'm taking online, which means and which means that there is some days where I have to go to actual school and have some experiments there because I'm taking chemistry and so on. So we need to do actual lab experiments. And if you can't show up for that, you're fucked. You can't take the exam. So basically, when this operation is going to be was very, 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 very important. So my mom kept saying, it has to be as soon as possible. It has to be as soon as possible. And basically, the doctor mentions that they have the first available time they could schedule me for an operation would be the 10th of April, which is this Monday. And basically, my mom was very, please, please, please give her the 10th of April. She has, like, I needed to have my operation as soon as possible. And basically, after we've talked about that and told and made sure that the doctor understood how important it was, then we were sent home. And no more right then. And then, like, right when we're about to reach the car, my phone is ringing. And I'm like, wait, what? Who's ringing now? Because I didn't recognize the number. And I answered, and turns out it was my doctor that I just talked to 2 minutes ago, who was saying, have you guys left yet? Because if you haven't, I would love for you to come back, because then we will do the full checkup. Because if you have the full checkup, that means that the chance of you having surgery as soon as possible is even bigger. And basically, my mom and I quickly agreed that, yeah, we're going back. We hadn't even gotten inside the car anyway. And basically, after that, I was talking to anesthesia doctors. I was talking to nurses. I was like being asked a million questions about what medicine I take, my weight, my height. Is there something I'm allergic to? Blah blah blah. And basically, this half-hour checkup that it was supposed to be turned into last like 4 hours, because we had to go back and forth between everyone. Like, there was a doctor first, then there was the nurse, then there was the anesthetic doctor, then there was the one who had to take my blood for the second time, and like, it was a very long visit. But at the very end, we were told your operation is scheduled the 10th of April. And my mom was like, who do I thank for this? Because at the beginning with the doctor, she actually went, please, if I can bribe you, I will. And she meant that. She meant that 100%. And when we are actually going to the operation, she will most definitely bring something for that doctor, because it's thanks to her that we actually got to have the surgery this early, this soon, I guess, soon. Soon in according to when we were actually told it was serious and urgent, because we did not know that prior. So basically, I have had to like get used to the idea that the surgery is now, because for a long time, the surgery was supposed to be in summer after exams, because that's when I would have time to like heal and precautions and everything. And now all of a sudden, it's right around the corner. It's next week. And I was pretty shocked about that to begin with. But what I'm mostly shocked about is the fact that I have been living in potential danger for this amount of time without knowing. And I think that's like, it goes to show a lot about the healthcare system here in Denmark. They are so busy. They have so much to do, and it's impossible to be flawless, and especially with the conditions they're working in, because the conditions here in the Danish healthcare system isn't optimal. The government keeps taking their resources from them and not giving them enough money and enough staff and so on. So like, I'm not blaming them. I'm blaming the whole situation, so to speak. But what also like bothers me as a principal is that if my mom probably hadn't, if my mom hadn't like yelled about this whole thing, if she hadn't been like, wait, hold on, why is this happening? Why were we not informed about this beforehand? Why didn't we know this before? Why is this taking so long? Blah blah blah. If my mom hadn't been the kind of person she is, meaning the type of person to complain, I probably wouldn't have gotten my surgery this early. And that bothers me a lot because as a principal, that's not the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be the more urgent ones. And I'm not saying I'm not urgent because apparently I am. But oh my god, like, what if it had been just me there? Because I probably wouldn't have been very good at saying, now, I want to have the operation now, or whatever. Like, it bothers me as a principal that the people yelling the loudest are the ones who get to get. The people who yell the loudest are the ones who get what they need before everyone else. And that bugs me as a principal, but I'm also very thankful for it because luckily that's to my help this time. But as a principal, it really, really bothers me that because my mom was able to complain, that it means that I get my surgery this fast. As a principal, it bugs me, but I guess I'm also thankful in a way. But it really shouldn't be that way. And what really shouldn't have been that way is that I wasn't aware of the consequences of the pancreas infection I had back in January. That's not the way it should have been. And high on morphine enough, I'm pretty sure I would have remembered if my doctor back with the whole pancreas infection thing had told me, now it's dangerous. I'm pretty sure I would have remembered that. So, like, no, it's not because I just forgot or I was high on drugs or didn't remember or anything. Like, no, that's just not the case. So, to summarize this way too long video, I'm having my surgery done this Monday. I'm having my gallbladder removed this Monday. Hopefully it will all go smoothly. Like, no big deal. Hopefully. I'm a little nervous because the whole surgery thing kind of freaks me out. Like, I don't care about the whole being subconscious thing. Like, I'm actually like a little, thank God I don't have to be awake. But I am a little nervous about the whole thing because there's so many things that could go wrong. Like, anything, really. So, a little nervous, but I'm like, I can't do anything about it. I just hope it will go smoothly, and I can't do much else than just hope that it will go smoothly. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update about the whole situation and say that we're good. Sorta. But thank you guys for watching, and I hope I'll be able to post a video on Monday evening and say, hey, it went well, I'm fine. Sore, but fine. But thank you guys for watching, and see you soon.